Good evening, everybody. This is Eric Mashinsky, Phenom Crypto Letter. I'm your editor. It is Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on September 24th. We have got action on our hands. I want to do a couple things in this video. It's going to be brief, but you're going to get the point, hopefully. And the whole point for me with communicating with you guys, especially on the free e-letter here, is to make you some money, gain credibility with you that you know what the hell I'm talking about, and then get you into my premium service. That is what a newsletter does. And then with the paid service, that's where the real juice is. That's where numerous ideas and portfolio holdings, like what I had just highlighted with you guys, which is the Sui Swap. I wanted to do this video for you guys for a couple of reasons tonight. Number one is that we just don't have a lot of time to buy stuff like this. This is a gift, manna from heaven. Things like Sui Swap, where you're trading at a $4 million market cap. Okay. This is incredible. This DeFi platform on Sui. Sui is one of the fastest growing layer ones in crypto. Let's just go through it really quickly. Ethereum is the OG, layer one. Still the most used layer one in terms of apps and things and networks and technologies that have been built on top of Ethereum. Solana comes around in this cycle and is taking market share from Ethereum because it's faster, it's cheaper, it's better. We identified that a while ago. I still own bags, my core bags in Ethereum. I have not sold, just like my core, holdings in Bitcoin. That is there, and I do believe Ethereum is still going to perform quite well from here into the end of the bull cycle, this particular cycle. And it has underperformed so far in the bull cycle since we hit the lows in late 22, early 23. Solana has crushed Ethereum. And so what do? I've been hunting, going back a while to find the next high growth projects that are built on Solana, because Solana seems to be and has attracted some of the cutting edge developers and the more disruptive entrepreneurs in the blockchain and crypto space over the course of the last, let's call it 18 months, 2 years, whatever. We know that the acceleration of adoption and the network growth on Solana is greater than Ethereum, but Ethereum is still no joke. It has had improvements and upgrades, but Solana looks like it is going to become a top 5 token in this cycle. However, right on its heels, you have to be thinking ahead in order to make big money. I'm much happier being too early than being too late. And it gives us time to accumulate these small tokens like Sui Swap. Guys, I own 100 million fucking Sui Swap. Okay. Do you understand how long it's taken me to buy that? And I'm not making this up. So that's $46,000 or so I've got at risk in Sui Swap. My cost average is a little lower than where it is right now, but not that much, because I started buying Sui Swap in early summer. And now it is a very dominant altcoin position that I have. So you can look at it a couple of ways. Am I shilling this to you so I can pump my bag and sell it? Fuck no. I don't care. At the end of the day, these things are going to do what they're going to do with the wider market. I look at everybody here. If you're a free member, paid member, you're on Team Phenom. And the goal is that we can all make money. Now, obviously, people that pay me for the premium service get additional ideas. And part of the reason I wanted to put this out, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the explosive growth on Sui, Bitensor, Aptos, because we're finding some of these unique deals like Sui Swap. This thing has a 4.6 million fully diluted valuation. And it does not mean that this is some sort of guarantee or anything else about legitimacy, but it's a good sign when Sui Swap has half as many followers, 345,000 followers, and they just joined in September of 2022 as Sui Network. which has a little over 700,000 followers and also has a market cap. It just cracked the top 25. Sui is a very, very exciting layer one. It's now number 21 in the world in terms of market capitalization, $17.5 billion. We have half on Sui Swap. It's the DeFi network built on Sui, the go-to, and it's being used, obviously. I mean, not just on from Twitter, but you can see the network usage and the growth. The fact that we can buy into this for a sub $5 million valuation and it's liquid and you're not a venture firm that's locked up for 18 months, you guys have to buy some. I mean, seriously, what do you, people don't react to some of these ideas. If you dig under the hood, you're not going to find garbage with me. You're going to find gems and research and homework and frameworks of what I've been doing my entire career of how I pick when it is stocks or whether it's crypto special situations. Not everything works and my timing isn't perfect, but I can tell you right now, if you're buying Sui Swap here and we are going into another leg of the bull market with the growth that Sui is seeing, and when speculative dollars start coming in and hunting for these layer ones that are outpacing even Solana in terms of network growth, you're going to see just a little flash of capital that comes in 10x's Sui Swap at a minimum. This should be trading right now closer to the $45 million range and the $4.5 million range, in my opinion, and it can happen like that. Case in point, I released in the last week of August in our premium membership, and I'm bringing this up because I want those of you that are listening to me and you know that there's a big opportunity ahead of us and that I'm hopefully not full of shit or at least worth a very small investment to curate and filter through the best opportunities that I can find before laying those out to and laying those out to my premium members that pay me, and then nurturing those positions and calling how I'm managing those positions. Buying something like a Sui Swap here at this price is not rocket science. The tough part is going to be how and when do you sell this stuff? That is where I believe that I have had some evolution because I've made every mistake in the book coming up in terms of how to manage risk and portfolio management so that into a bubble, into a mania, you can just be taken care of and do it in a way that psychologically you can retrain your brain. That's what I have been able to do. I'm very grateful for it. But let's just look at, there are three, I came out in late August with this model portfolio. The model portfolio, trust me, you want access to it and you want access to it right now. First off, I talk about portfolio percentage holdings, and you don't have to do any of this exactly, but it will give you some ideas and framework of how I think you can kill it. Especially if you're just, whether you're looking to boost your allocations to crypto or you're just an opportunist, this will give you the framework to do so. And you'll notice if and when any of you take me up on an offer that I'm putting out tonight that I've never done and will never do again. It's almost half off the subscription price. It's also a prescription, by the way, for FUD and for FOMO and for all kinds of other issues, greed and fear imbalances, you name it. That is what my premium service will do for you. But frankly, Bitcoin and Ethereum, two largest allocations, substantial 35% portfolio allocation to Bitcoin. And then I have a list with typically 2 to 3% allocations in 9 or 10 top 60 market cap holdings. These are the ones I like the best. I don't own everything, and there are a lot of tokens that I just don't have. But there are ones that I've got serious conviction on. I have if it's a strong buy, if it's a buy, and under what price will you buy or strong buy that up to? And then we go into, and this is the way you can diversify your portfolio and have confidence in it, but you have to get moving. That's the problem. The problem is Bitcoin is going to be trading at new highs, I think within a month-ish. Could be in 2 weeks, could be in 2 months, but by Christmas, I feel confident Bitcoin will be trading over $88,000 in the 90s, most likely. And that is going to come from a spurt that happens after you break an all-time high, after flagging in a bull flag for months, basically frustrating people, letting all the people that FOMO'd into the ETF madness and then just got out because it didn't keep going. We've built a wonderful chart that is absolutely set up. There's so many different catalysts coming together. It's incredible. Really, the liquidity cycle is what is going to matter the most. But my problem with what I do here with you guys is getting people to pay attention and actually take action when it's the best time, the most profitable time to do it. And I've noticed that even, for example, some of the tokens I'm going to talk to you about briefly, and then I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to keep it short so a lot of you hopefully watch this tonight. The model portfolio, my premium members, you guys don't own enough of this stuff. You need to take your money. It's a little bit of work out of your bank account into, in most cases, it's going to be a centralized exchange. In the US, it could be Coinbase. In Canada, it can be CoinSquare. In Europe, it could be Binance. And you're going to connect your account and you're going to deploy via wire so that you don't have these little tiny minimums that you can move over or get, rejected by a Coinbase because you're a new account and they won't let you put in more than a few grand, or your bank because you're going to crypto. This whole system is nonsense and you have to get ahead of it. That's the point of why we're here. But once you do that, doing that and then knowing what to buy and starting to buy it at what price, it's activity. And especially with the small ones, like I'm going to point out, you can't, if you're a wealthier individual or even a decent sized investor, some of these are tiny. So to get like a 45K position, I'm not suggesting anybody do that, by the way, like with Sui Swap, it's a tiny little deal. I mean, I own like 1% of the freaking thing. I believe that's what it is. And that's rare, but that is what I do. I don't recommend anything unless I'm in it. And I don't recommend it when it starts to go and it gets out of the buy range. I do it. I recommend these things, in real time when I'm doing it. And I've just noticed even recently, people are either lulled to sleep or you're just fucking lazy. You're lazy. You want to go buy stocks that have some, correlation to crypto because you're lazy as fuck and you can't take your money from equities or your bank and take the time to open an account at a crypto exchange, buy actual cryptocurrency that you can then send to, for example, what I'm going to have here is a discount code to MEXC. MEXC is a smaller exchange, but it is the primary one that I've been using as far as buying the tokens that, like Sui Swap, you can't really buy on major exchanges yet. So it takes the movement. You have to figure out, it's really simple for a lot of us, but some people, if you've not put fiat into Coinbase or into Binance or into CoinSquare, if you haven't put your fiat there, you don't know that you're going to buy, say, for example, Ethereum or Bitcoin or Tether, USDT. And then you're going to send that to your wallet. You're going to fund your other crypto DeFi wallets, MetaMask, Uniswap. Phantom is very good for Solana type projects. You need to fund those wallets with crypto, okay? It is the crypto sphere. And if you don't have a substantial or at least a meaningful percentage of your investable assets and net worth in crypto at this point, you are offsides, plain and simple, because what is about to come, the train is coming, okay? So I am putting this out as a petition for you guys, whether you buy Sui Swap or some of the other picks that I've put out there, just get some Bitcoin on the books, my friends. Something that is in the ballpark of at least a few percent of your investable assets. BlackRock just came out and said the ideal allocation in your portfolio to Bitcoin is over 85% of your entire portfolio should be in Bitcoin. BlackRock, do you understand what is coming? No, most of you have no clue. I don't pretend to exactly predict the future, but I know when there's money laying on the floor and all I have to do is lean over, pick it up and grab it, and then I can become wealthy. There are opportunities like that that come up from time to time, and this is one of them. And it is a stage in time that you have to act on the window or you are going to be left out of another another. I've gone through this several times with my subscribers since 2016 when I recommended Bitcoin for the first time at the Gold Investment Letter under $500. Talk to me about the COVID meltdown 2020 and how aggressive I was during 2019 into that 2020 crash about deploying capital in crypto. And within a year, I had 8 coins that I locked in between 125 and 650 times my money. Do you know how many of my subscribers had that experience? I don't know if anybody did. And it's not because of me. It's because the activity, and it's hard. I get it because it's an area that you have to absorb. There's a learning curve here. So what I'm trying to do is expedite the curve by giving you strong ideas that you can just take action on, even if it's just a starter amount in some of these positions. But here's what I wanted to mention. I then go into our mid caps where we have a handful of holdings that are 100 million to a billion in market cap value. Then our top micro cap holdings. These are my top micro cap holdings. And I've divulged, some of these here, which like Rubik, RBC, under 2 cents is a strong buy. And I'm going to just pull up real quick, guys, for you. Let me do this. Let me pull up my MEXC wallet. I have other Rubik scattered around, but this is far and wide my biggest position. Rubik is my biggest position on MEXC. And if you look here, yes, that is my real-time MEXC account, Rubik. 5.5 million Rubik, which is $90,000 that I have exposed in a little tiny freaking shit coin because my confidence in the project is very high. And I have so much that I'll just be able to piece out little pieces as it triples, quadruples. That is just where I'll start to think about shaving a little bit off. At a 3 to 5x, I can take off a quarter or 20% of my position and have virtually no principal risk. And just feeding out as the bull market goes, it could go up 50x and I'll still have a large chunk of it. And then when you do that with these positions, it's game over. I'm not saying buy 90 grand worth of Rubik, but then you look at like Big Data Protocol. You saw that almost 400,000 Big Data Protocol. That's $60,000 I have in that deal. I'm not recommending buying Big Data Protocol. I recommended it during the summer when it pulled back to 10 cents, under 14 cents, down all the way to under 10. Now it's back over 15. It just hit over 18 the other day, but this is coming from that dip where I was saying buy more Big Data Protocol. We identified this one over a year and a half ago, I believe, at 8 cents. It went down to 5 before it went to 60 in March. And it's a wonderful AI play, but I'm not saying buy that. It's very clear today, Rubik, strong buy to 2 cents. Sui Swap. I'm raising my buy up to price, by the way. I have this in the model portfolio, and the buy up to, I recommended Sui Swap at 0.00275 cents in the last week of August to premium members. These were new micro gems to buy. There are 7 of them in that section. This is on top of the top micro cap holdings, which are the ones that I already own tons in, like the ORDS swap, which is also a strong buy. You saw that as my 3rd largest position there. ORDS, which is a strong buy up to 3 cents. It's still like a penny and a half. It's been bludgeoned, but I still love the ordinal space, and ORDS swap is on sale. So there's some actionable small ones for you. Rubik, ORDS swap, buy up to those prices. But I added these new micro gems to buy. And the issue is one of them was at 2 cents. And in the last 3 days, it hit 9. It's at 6 right now. So I'm not like pushing to buy more of that, but I had a strong buy on that under 3 cents. And I don't think very many people, I was texting my top people and others that are really degens in crypto and saying you have to buy some of this thing near 2 cents. So I had some people that did react, and some premium members have acted during the pullback and accumulated. But this is the problem with these type of plays, is they're going to get away from us very fast. You have to be buying when not everybody's trying to squeeze through the door, or you're just going to miss a lot of these. I would rather miss the opportunities than chase the opportunities. But then right below that idea is another one that I'm not going to tell you about. You have to join premium for this. It is still a buy, but that one was 0.006 cents and it's tripled in the last 3 days. Then we have Sui Swap is almost doubled, but it is a strong buy up to 0.0065. Definitely up to 0.006. Right now, it's right around 0.005. Anything you can get your hands on in Sui Swap under that price, I believe is going to pay off in spades. Then we have another one that actually not a lot of people bought because you have to have a DeFi app to add it. Meaning, this one, I don't even know if it is on any centralized exchanges yet, but I made it glaringly clear when it was at 0.036 cents. And I've talked about this one. These are the official buys, but I've already mentioned the one that went from 2 to 9 earlier in the summer, for example. And it was actually started out at like 4 cents, drifted down to the 2, continue to say buy, 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 buy. And then it's popping. So these are happening in a lot of the picks that I have as expected, but it's starting and you have to get on the train. So then the one that's on the DeFi where I own my biggest position is in my Uniswap wallet and in now on a Phantom wallet. And that one I've got a huge position in, and I've been chipping away at buying this thing for a while, and it went from 0.036 to 20 cents in 3 days this last week. So, and now that one's sitting at 12. So I'm not buying that one now. But, these are the type of moves that are happening right under our nose. If you want this type of action, it's here and it's going to keep happening going forward. But don't come in here late, guys. It just pains me. After everything is flying, then you want to be a sheep and come in and put your money into crypto and get off your fat ass and actually move money from fiat into crypto. Do it now. Go shopping for freaking anything, quite frankly, at this point, because we're about to go into a parabolic third phase of a crypto bull cycle. We've seen this before. It's going to happen again to some degree. Picking the exact top, I'm not going to do it. I don't know what that top is going to be, but it's going to be a lot higher than here. And some of these little ones, it is incredible the opportunities that we can look at, the business, the network growth, the adoption, the technology, the valuations, how low they are. Amazing. There's an AI play on the top microcap holdings right now that's just under 2 cents. I think it could go to $2, $1 to $2, just for that particular token. Jump on this premium offer. What am I offering here? This is drawn up by my team, and you can go the premium annual $1,277 is 50% off, $638. The $147 a month, $73.50. Or you could keep your current free plan, and I'm going to plan on keeping you guys updated when I basically feel like it and when I think there's something to talk about, and hopefully to help navigate what is going to be a crazy volatile move again that a lot of people emotionally, really mess up. That's why, and apologies for the swearing if your kids are in earshot, but I really want to get the English language points across to let you know how, how deep my conviction runs. But look at like Raoul Paul from Real Vision. They've got this whole theme, DTFU. Just don't fuck this up. All you have to do is not fuck this up. Get your money into crypto and just don't fuck it up. I have people like that, listen to me, and I help them tailor a new portfolio, and then send me their portfolio they have and say, I need help to figure out what to do next. And it's a different portfolio. And I'm like, what am I going to invest time in friends or anybody? I don't have family with any money, but if friends or subscribers and stuff that don't even listen at all to what I say, if you're learned in the space, God bless you. I would look at this option as just new idea flow that is snipered and targeted that you may not have found yet. Those are services that I look for because there's only so much time in the day. But once you realize that the flow of ideas that I give you here are worth your time to look at, and typically I'm ahead of the curve. I had realized in early 2020, maybe even 19, NFTs and DeFi were going to be the two leading themes in the subsector of the crypto bull cycle. So I got busy identifying the best of breed in those spaces, socking them away. And that is where I had my biggest winner ever, Bakery Swap, 0.012 cents. The top sale that I sold some at was $7.77 about 5.5 months later. I don't know if I'll ever get that again or mimic that, but we're going to give it a shot. And now is the time to be looking at this stuff and shopping. So anyway, guys, right now, without saying, pay me or anything, you have Rubik. So the MEXC link, you can sign up there. And if you may have issues if you're an American or a Canadian, you may be able to still sign up without KYCing, but you're going to have to KYC somewhere. Or you can use PayPal, you can use the Cash App, you can use Coinbase, whatever. Get bigger money so you can start to deploy that in these different opportunities. Get it into crypto, send the crypto to fund your MEXC account. You can also run, I'll give you one more. I am very heavy right now in Uniswap. Let me pull this up really quickly. I don't usually recommend a lot about leverage or margin or futures, but if you're sophisticated and you realize you can lose your money, then right now I would be looking at, and it's just starting to take off right now, 697 is Uniswap, and I have 50,000 Uniswap. I'm already up about 26% because I went 11x leverage. I'm looking for a 10% move. That means over 100% banked on perpetual futures. So you can go into the perpetual futures, which you fund with whatever your mainstay central account is. Go open it at Coinbase, go do it at Binance, do it at CoinSquare if you're a Canadian. Buy Tether or Bitcoin with your fiat money. Send that crypto to fund an account like MEXC, to launch an app like MetaMask, where you can buy a couple of these that, some of these are all specified too, in terms of where you can buy them on the model portfolio. You can also just go to CoinMarketCap, see where the volume is, and that's where you go to have to get these things. There's some work involved. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but by the time it's not a pain in the ass and everybody understands it and it's seamless to do everything, guess what? The big wealth and money is already made. Get on the ball, guys. Crypto is getting ready to explode. Cheers.